One of the Testament commands of Moses on the Mount is, do not bear false witnesses. I was a preacher. I preached social justice and human rights, traveled to places where those things were being violated, brought people there on journeys so that they could see for themselves the kind of injustices that were being perpetrated, in which the people of the churches themselves were conspiratorial because they supported the regimes, the work, the corporations, all those folks who brought this injustice to the lands and the people that these folks visited. And I often wondered whether these things stuck in their minds, the ones I brought, or the ones I preached to. And I found that they didn't in many cases, that they were soon forgotten, that people would just do a little bit and think that they had satisfied the causes. They would provide perhaps backpacks to Palestinian children. But after 9/11, you know what happened? They denied those very backpacks, and they blamed the Palestinians that they were helping just days earlier for the 9/11 attacks, or at least being co-conspirators in them, when they themselves were co-conspirators in the injustices by supporting regimes that provided help to the people who were causing the injustices. So whether they be, whatever they be, whoever they be, those were the things that were happening. Those were the things that were happening. And the injustices, they continue these injustices. They prevail throughout this globe. And so there is this idea of not bearing false witness, that we must be able to see the world as it is, to see who's going about doing the injustices, who's killing, who's murdering, who's creating the wars, who's selling the guns, who's selling the ammunition, who's selling all the hardware necessary for these injustices to be perpetrated. We got to see that. That's the way it is. But we won't, because we're co-conspirators. We're part of the problem. We're part of the process. We're bought into the system, and we buy the merchandise to help support the purchase of these injustices throughout the world. And we listen to the people who provide the lies, really the rationalizations which themselves are lies, or at least have fooled themselves into believing that what they're doing is right and just. We buy that. We buy that. We pay the taxes that support that. We are the ones who are complicit, all of us. And we need to get in there and clean ourselves from this complicity. But we can't. That's my fear. We can't, because within us is that need to be satisfied, to be secure. And this is the place at the present that provides security, and we won't go beyond those notions of security. We won't go beyond them at all. We will buy into the system every time because it provides for us, and we will help perpetrate the lies, and we will support the elites who provide the rationale and the power and the coercion and the illusion and the delusion and the advertisement and all the things that persuade us that what we are doing is right.